We're going to be looking at Red Bull Ring. The general strategy is not too different from the usual. Oh, should probably start at where we are. So we are currently 9th, moving where with was it 30 points? Yeah. So we're climbing, but we hope to push more in this track. So Red Bull Ring is short but pretty high speeds. There's multiple DRS zones, but I managed to shake it up a little bit for this week. So instead of racing in the dry, we're going to be pouring rain. So the conditions are going to be pretty bad. So I have to be very careful about my braking and acceleration. Any large changes in either category could lead to a huge crash, and that's something we really want to avoid, along with taking corners too fast. So it's going to be a little tricky with this one being a high-speed corner, but I think we can make do of it. Since it's also going to be raining, there's not going to be any DRS, so we don't have to worry about the free DRS zones because they are pretty dangerous. The general strat is to try and get as much position as we can to start, and then in turn 1, either hope for a crash or something to happen at the front to try and squeeze past. Since there is a relatively long straight, the big dangerous turns are turn 6, turn 7. These are like high speed corners. Like if I'm going to get past, it's going to be in either one. So I have to make sure that when I'm taking these turns, I close the door and keep to the inside and then try and go out and speed up. I just gotta make sure I keep up my speed in these corners so I don't lose anything. But other than that, it is not too crazy. It's pretty short, so it's probably going to be one of the shorter ones. But if we can maintain our speed base throughout the whole track, and also try and position the car in the right way, we won't have any accidents when it comes to the rain. Since the rain's going to be something that I haven't really raced in. The car has wet tires, but it still can be pretty dangerous. So, wish me the best. So, third place. I cannot be happier. Well, first or second would have been better, but third was also really good. I would say we're pretty lucky. Not really lucky. To be honest, the areas are slower in the rain, and when you compare that with the slower DRS, it gave me a really, really good shot for podium that I was able to snag. It was a combination of my effort doing the passes at the start, especially I think on turn 4, getting past 4th place or 3rd place to get third, and then keeping it throughout the race. The rain was more difficult. The car, luckily with the wet tires, we had a good amount of grip, and it was mostly just making sure my lines were okay, which luckily I think I'm starting to get the hang of it, so we were able to do so. Managed to get third and push ourselves up to 8th in the championship with 53 points. Unfortunately, that is like a 3-point difference between Matty Lane and Jonas Tanzi. So one bad race and we could fall, which is not what I want to happen. So another thing I kind of wanted to mention was like, I'm starting to see a small pattern with the people getting really well. The Dwayne Mopin started pole this time, and he managed to basically run away with it. And then Joy Vesk and Lauren, the 2 red cars, have been pretty solid too. Though it's not like a huge difference, the big outliers Dwayne. So if we want to hit first position by the end of this, with uh, with a few, well, still a good amount of races, but with some races to go, we got to make sure we could catch up to him. Hopefully he crashes one time. Oh, I shouldn't hope that, but I don't know. It's starting to become a pretty big gap. But anyways, third really good. We've slowly been improving. I was getting a little sad after the last few races since we went like 7th and 9th. But then we got 6th Montreal, which was a hard fought 6th. Mistake I made. Could have gotten somewhere close to here, but it's okay because Red Bull, we really bounced back. Well, I'm hoping to channel that for the next one. I think every 3 to 4 races I may have different weather conditions. Or maybe 1 to 2. So maybe this one's rain, next one regular. Baku will be regular, and then we do something else for the next one to kind of freshen up. And I do really like driving in the rain. I think it's really cool. Anyways, it was a solid race. I think I kept to the strategy of making sure I closed the lines when the cars were approaching me and kept my braking points on point as I could. Like, I could have went faster, especially around some of the higher speed corners, but we were fast enough to stop them from passing me, which was the main point. Also, luckily there was no DRS. So, one thing that I've lastly found before I end this is that the car had a battery because it's a hybrid, and I have not been using it. I guess this is very much on me. The AIs are all unbalanced. I am not. It was not even active. So for Baku, we're gonna have battery. Will I be 100% with it? Probably not. I'm gonna try and do some practice runs just to figure out how to accelerate, de-accelerate with it because I don't have much experience with driving with a battery. Hopefully we can master it, because if we can, that may give us the oomph we need on like quali and all these other, and even the races to really push for more podiums. Because if we want to catch up, that's what we need. We need more podiums, and I aim to deliver the best I can. But yeah, Baku. Hopefully we get a better thing. I don't want to end up like Leclerc in one of the memes that you've seen of him. hopefully they get slowed down, since in city tracks when they're bunched together, it could generally slow down the AI, and if we could take advantage of that, we can really pull ahead. So hopefully something like that happens, and or even I just drive like hell. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a good day.